morning, I'm Angelo Castro III. And of course, hindi po ako nag-iisa ngayon kahit iniwan po ako ng aking bossing. I'm being joined by...
Hello po mga ka-brunchies ba?
Ka-brunchies.
Parang ka-brunchies, yes.
Oo.
In behalf of Miss Angela Lagunzad Castro, ako po si Pauline Verzosa.
So, for today, we are not the Castros.
Oh, yes. Just one half, ang Castro natin na this morning.
And si Pauline is coming from the One News now, di ba? This morning. Every morning, you can catch her. Mga maaga gumising.
Oo, 8 a.m. po yan. Pero tuloy-tuloy po tayo. This morning, we have a packed news day.
Correct.
And we're so excited to be here today.
All right, we're serving you news in a countdown.
All that before your second cup of coffee. This is Brunch.
Let's start our countdown with the UAAP. The UP Fighting Maroons is sitting comfortably at the top of the men's basketball tournament. They crushed the NU Bulldogs yesterday at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, 89-62. UP came out guns a-blazing from the start and continued their dominance until the end. Mark Belmonte led UP to victory with 14 points on 6 of 7 shooting from the field. Before this, the UE Red Warriors finally snatched their first win this season after stunning FEU Tamaraos 56-51. Ethan Galang and Gerard Wilson led UE by contributing 10 points each, but it was Galang's two crucial three-pointers that sealed UE's victory.
Ayan. So, congratulations sa UE. It's their first...
3-0. UP ang 3-0.
UP is 3-0, so undefeated sila.
So UE is what? First win?
First win, oo. So
Ilang
they're
talo
already
nila?
1-2.
1-2. So UP is 3-0. Oy, Lasal is also 3-0.
Yan. Lasal ka ba?
Of course. Lasal ako. So the last remaining two teams po sa UAAP na 3-0 is UP and Lasal.
And DLSU. And it's exciting, di ba? Kasi sila rin yung nagharap sa finals last season.
So ano kaya? Repeat kaya?
Oo. We were counting on another finals rematch between UP and Lasal. Ako UP So,
UP. Ako Lasal. But kasi baka final season na ni Kiambao eh.
Yes.
So one for the road. One for the road. All right.
All right. Next in our countdown is the weather. Tropical Storm Helen has already exited the Philippine area of responsibility, but several areas may still experience rains. And for the details on this, we have Pag-asa weather forecaster Ana Cloren joining us on the line. Ana, magandang umaga. Ano-anong lugar pa ba ang mga uulanin? At dahil pa rin ba ito sa habagat?
Yes, magandang umaga rin po sa ating lahat. Habagat pa nga rin po yung patuloy na magdudulot ng maulan na panahon, lalo na po sa may Zambales, Bataan, na kung saan ngayong araw ay bugso-bugso mga pag-ulan pa rin po inaasahan natin dyan. Halos tuloy-tuloy na mga pag-ulan pa rin po inaasahan natin dyan. Kaya pinag-iingat po natin yung ating mga kababayan, lalo na po yung nakatira sa mga low-lying areas sa posibilidad ng mga pagbaha at mga pagguho ng lupa naman sa mga bulubunduking lugar. Occasional rains in-expect din po natin sa may Pangasinan, Tarlac, Pampanga, Occidental Mindoro at Northern Palawan. Samantalang dito sa atin sa Metro Manila, sa Abra, Benguet, Nueva Ecija, Bulacan, Cavite, Batangas, Rizal, Oriental Mindoro, Romblon, Antique, Iloilo, and the rest of Palawan at Ilocos Region ay patuloy humakaranas ng makulimlim na panahon at may mga tsansa pa rin po ng mga light to moderate rains dahil sa habagat. But the rest of the country, kasama po dyan yung Visayas, Mindanao, and the rest of Luzon, fair weather condition po inaasahan natin, maliban sa mga maikling pag-ulan o saglitan ng pag-ulan, lalo na po ito sa hapon at sa gabi, dala ng mga localized thunderstorm.
Ana, may namataan pa ba kayong panibagong low pressure area? Alam naman natin, umalis na nga itong si Helen sa PAR, pero magiging maulan pa ba this weekend?
Opo, sa ating pagtaya dito sa Metro Manila ay improving weather condition po inaasahan natin hanggang sa weekend po. Simula bukas hanggang sa weekend, improving weather condition po ating inaasahan. May mga pag-ulan pa rin po pero mga isolated cases na lamang. Pero doon po sa may Zambales, Bataan, Ilocos Region area, Babuyan Islands, magpapatuloy po yung kanilang naranasan na maulan na panahon dahil po sa habagat. Kaya itong mga areas po nito, sila po yung under monitoring kahit wala ho tayong mga LPA or bagyo po ngayon, pero dahil po sa habagat ay makakaranas pa rin sila ng mga pag-ulan.
Ana, the last time we spoke to Pag-asa, sinasabi nila na dalawang bagyo pa ang inaasahan for the remainder of September. Ngayon, do we expect still 2 more storms to go or ito na po, ito yung Helen would be the last for September?
Opo. Sa kasalukuyan po, no, nasa halos kalagitnaan pa lamang ho tayo ng Setyembre. Sa ating yung long-term forecast po natin na TC threat potential, meron po tayo doon nakita na vortex or kumbaga po posibleng circulation po in the coming weeks. At pero sa ngayon po mababa naman ho yung chance or nasa medium po yung chance ng development niya. But kapag ganito po kasi pwedeng meron po tayong low pressure area na monitor or hindi lang po siya magiging bagyo. So kahit wala pong bagyo, possible po may LPA po tayong ma-monitor ngayong hanggang papatapos po itong Setyembre.
Alright, maraming salamat. That was Pag-asa weather forecaster Ana Cloren. Alright, let's move on with our countdown.
Ranking 8th in our countdown is leptospirosis. More leptospirosis cases were being recorded in Metro Manila this year. So far, the health department has registered over 2,000 cases of leptospirosis. This is higher compared to the 1,500 cases recorded last year. The National Kidney and Transplant Institute has been admitting 4 to 6 leptospirosis patients per day. They attribute this to the heavy floods in Metro Manila caused by Typhoon Enteng.
Mga 2 weeks after na medyo bumaha na naman sa atin, nandyan na naman ang ating mga lepto patients. It's already the time when they're already suffering from yung complications of leptospirosis. It takes about 2 weeks before they will develop.
Yeah, year in and year out naman expected yung leptospirosis because we are a tropical country, di ba? But ano yung gamot na yan? May gamot yun eh. Na if you're exposed, I don't remember what it was, if you're exposed to flood, they give you a prophylactic dose para maiwasan na yung complications.
Correct. And pag maulan naman kasi talaga, we know tumataas nga yung cases of leptospirosis. And actually, naglabas na ng regulation ng MMDA recently na banning yung mga bata or even adults from playing, swimming sa mga tubig baha, which is good na rin naman.
Nakita mo yung video?
Alin?
Yung nagda-dive, yung bagyo before this, yung Karina, they were diving sa Manila. I think this was in Manila, sa underpass. Tumatalon sila from the bridge down into the street area na punong-puno ng water.
Ayun. I guess marami namang mga bata, or especially when we were younger rin, masaya naman talagang maligo sa ulan.
I used to do that.
Pero syempre dahil sa banta nga rin ng leptospirosis, it's better to be careful na rin.
Okay yung kasi may isa pang video ng mga lalaki nagiinuman habang naka-wade yung body. Tapos may isang dead rat na dumaan sa video. Yan ang leptospirosis waiting to happen.
There you go.
There you go.
Kailangan mag-ingat po talaga tayo, especially during the rainy season, itong mga months ng September and until, of course, October and the end of the year.
And if you feel a little funky, di wag nyo patagalin. Uminom na kayo ng prophylactic dose. Call your doctor.
Ayan. All right, but at this point, we're going to be taking a quick break. But coming up, several former chiefs of the National Police have denied links to dismiss Mayor Alice Guo amid alleged conspiracy.
And Vice President Sara Duterte insists that the House inquiry on her budget is a well-funded political attack against her.
We are just getting started. More of our top 10 news when Brunch returns. Keep it here on One News. Good morning and welcome back. You're still watching Brunch here on One News.
Yeah, good morning sa mga ka-brunchies natin. May comments tayo from Facebook.
Yes.
Good morning daw, sabi ni Cecil. Hello, Diego and Pauline, all caps.
All caps talaga, para gising na gising.
Gising na gising. Some Pokemon Go, good morning daw, Sir Angelo and Ma'am Pauline. Wala pang violent reactions, ibig sabihin magaang pa yung news.
Okay, ganun ba yun? Pag wala pa masyadong...
Minsan kasi, pag medyo maano na yung kwento about politics, nag-aaway-away na sila.
Ayun.
Kalma lang tayo ngayon. Chill tayo. Chill.
Pero okay yan na they're sharing their comments and their thoughts.
Interactive brunchies.
Yan ang gusto natin dito.
Natin.
Alright, but for now, let's continue with our countdown. On our top 7, DepEd has allowed schools to return to holding 1-hour classes under the new curriculum. Now, the agency gives schools the option of allotting up to 60 minutes for each subject, but That would depend on teacher availability and the size of the student population, among others. The new policy would start by the second quarter of the current school year. Teacher groups earlier called on DepEd to amend the 45-minute class duration under the Matatag curriculum, as this inadvertently assigned teachers with more subjects to teach in a day.
Ano naman dyan? Ano yung take mo dyan?
I guess may may point nga naman yung mga teachers because if you have to congest it in 45 minutes, baka mag-suffer din yung quality ng teaching.
Yeah, kasi rushed eh. Oo.
And the heavier load for teachers. I mean, as it is, diba, alam naman natin, may scarcity rin tayo ng mga guro sa bansa. And they're taking a lot of classes and a lot of load as it is.
Oo, kasi back in the day kasi no 80s, 90s, I remember 45 minutes yan. And each teacher would teach about 8 to 12 subjects per day. Ang nagiging problem daw ngayon kasi, you have teachers, for example, English teacher would teach math. Hindi niya forte because of the lack of teachers. So, yun ang nagiging problem daw. So, nagsasuffer tuloy yung those taking that math subject kasi hindi naman forte nila yan but they're forced to do this because yung time constraints
O naging issue rin yan kasi yung mga teachers, some of them are not graduates. Sabi mo nga, they're not hindi nila forte yung subject na yun. Kasi iba yung graduate nilang course in college. But they're forced to learn and they have to adapt at ituturo pa nila yun sa mga
and nagsasuffer yung bata. But let's talk more about that right now.
We are joined by Teachers Dignity Coalition Chairperson, Sir Benjo Obasas, who is joining us now on the line. Sir, magandang umaga po.
Yes, good morning, Ms. Pauline and Sir Angelo. Magandang umaga po.
Okay, Sir Benjo, any comment po on the latest directive from DepEd na ibabalik na po ang mga klase sa isang oras?
Well, of course, kami po ay patama sa ginawang consultation ng Department of Education. We raised this matter po directly to the Office of the Secretary. Nagpadala po kami ng mga position paper at even petitions po coming from our members stateside. And well, syempre, we are grateful that the Secretary po listened to us and called for a consultation meeting with all the stakeholders in the Department of Education, not just teachers, even superintendents, school officials, and of course our principals na nasa ground. Tungkol po doon, by the way, ang sinasabi po dito ay hindi naman talaga 1 hour. Hour, hindi binigyan po ng flexibility yung ating mga eskwelahan. And if sa tingin nila, sa tingin ng ating mga paaralan ay kailangan pwede yung 1 hour ay this now will be allowed. Unlike prior to this, the original memo, that number 10, talagang 45 minutes, dinagay nila lahat ng subject na 45 minutes. But hindi na po, pwede na pong 1 hour. Pwede pa rin naman 45 minutes, depending on the po in the school po.
Pero medyo hindi ba ito parang a temporary fix for the issue? Kasi if next year, you'll have more students coming in, so meaning lalaki po ang class size. So ang magiging issue is not really the length of the class anymore, but the issue ang nakikita ng iba is yung ratio ng teacher to student. Hindi ba dapat we should also focus on long-term solutions like adding of classrooms, more teachers, better salaries?
Yes, sir. Kaya nga we challenge the Department of Education and the entire government, for that matter, to resolve the issues of education sector, especially in terms of response, doon sa strategic na mga usapin po. Kasi mawawalan ng saysay lahat po kapag hindi talaga natin na-resolve yung issue. Well, this is just actually a manifestation of a much larger problem, especially in terms of teacher, teacher to student station, yung decongestion po natin, dapat yun ang dapat ayusin natin sa ating mga paaralan. Kasi ang pinakamalaki namin problema, pag pumasok tayo sa classroom, of course, we're talking about the classroom situation. Pag isa sa pinakamalaki naming problema, yung dami ng mga bata. Ang dami talagang mga bata natin, at well, officially, yung class size natin, mataas talaga, 1:45. Medyo hindi ito maayos, hindi ito maganda para po sa pag-aaral ng ating mga bata. And some other issues, especially in terms of resources. No, yan naman talaga ang problema natin ever since.
Sir, nabanggit nyo nga, no, it's up to sa discretion na nga po ng school officials kung they will offer the 45 minutes or 1-hour class. Pero sir, in your opinion, alin po bang mga subjects ang kinakailangan maging isang oras yung haba as compared dun sa mga 45 minutes? Or kailangan across the board po ba ito?
Even yung DepEd po, hindi naman niya ginawa across the board. No? In-identify niya lang yung mga core subjects, no? Yung mathematics, English, science, no? And GMRC, kasi meron tayong batas no? Na hindi dapat mas mababa yung oras sa GMRC or values education doon sa core subjects natin. Pero para sa amin, dapat po, bibigyan nga din natin dapat ng primacy din itong social science subject o social studies subject, especially Philippine history, na tinanggal na nga sa high school, so dapat i-implement sa curriculum. Ito yung isa dapat i-implement sa curriculum. I mean, ito dapat yung isa sa dapat tutukan. Kasi nagkakaroon po dito talaga ng parang ng concept na some subjects are more important than others. Parang well, of course, pwede naman talagang ganyan, Pero ang tinitignan namin dito, kaya yung ating gobyerno rin ay ganito yung ginawa, yung mga core subject na sinasabi, kasi ito yung sinusunod ng PISA.
Okay.
But hindi naman tayo dapat fixated doon sa PISA performance or PISA result. Ang importante talaga sa atin dapat ay i-fix natin yung mga problema. Yung binabanggit kanina ni Sir Angelo, yung mga problema dito. And everything follows. Yun po yung aming pagtingin po doon.
Lastly, Benjo, I'd like to ask kasi another issue right now is we transferred yung schedule back to this yung school calendar, inusog natin sa rainy period. Kakasimula pa lang ng klase, nakailan class suspensions na tayo. And of course, every time you suspend, you're pushing back the schedule and naghahabol tayo. So, ano po ang comment nyo dito? And do you think magsasuffer din ng quality as among other things because of the number of days na nababawasan due to calamities?
Yes, sir. Meron tayong established rule sa Department of Education na hindi dapat publish sa 180 yung ating teaching and learning day.
Okay.
So ngayon, wala naman talaga yan sa batas. Pero ngayon, ang ginawa po natin sa DepEd, I think 174 is
Okay.
At nabawasan na yan, sir. Tama ka, na ako tansya ko, in some areas, so ay may 2 weeks na nabawas. So may gano'n, hindi rin naman ito, ako nananatili kami naniniwala na hindi rin naman mali na iusog natin dun sa June to March calendar dahil talagang problema natin yung init kapag Abril at Mayo. Tapos yung tag-ulan naman, alam mo yung tag-ulan kasi dati iniiwas natin yung di ba sabi ng mga nagmamagpapanukalan natin, dapat ay at least ang pasokan natin August, ilang taon na tayo na nagpapasokan ng August, since 2020. Of course 20 and 21 yun naman ay pandemic years,
Okay.
Pero ganito, ibig sabihin hindi na tayo makakaiwas sa malalakas na bagyo at ang pinakamalalakas na bagyo natin ay hindi naman dumating ng July.
Yes.
Kaya tama pa rin po ito. But then, of course, we really have to set a policy talaga na magsasabi na hindi talaga dapat mabawasan establish yung let's say 100 teaching and including days. At kung sakali, nagkakaroon naman ng mga makeup activities po.
Okay. At dahil mo talagang pag-usapan on this issue, Pauline.
Alright, but with that, thank you very much for joining us. I was Teachers Dignity Coalition Chairperson, Benjo Basas. Alright, let's move on with our countdown.
Sitting pretty at the 6th spot is Chel Jokno. The human rights lawyer has joined the Akbayan Party ahead of the 2025 midterm elections. Jokno was sworn in by Senate Deputy Leader Risa Ontiveros on Tuesday. Before this, he had been working with the party as a chairperson of the Free Legal Assistance Group, or FLAG. Jokno said that joining Akbayan will continue his family's legacy of protecting human rights. Well, shock to many because, of course, he was associated with the Ocho Derecho group and the Yellows. But it's not a shock to those who really know him because of his Free Legal Assistance Group FLAG, which is on the same avenue as Akbayan, fighting for human rights. So parang bumabagay siya sa partido.
So abangan natin na yan, no? We know the 2025 midterm elections are just around the corner.
October filing.
October ang filing ng Certificate of Candidacy. And actually, natutuwa ako dito kay Chel Jokno. Kahit sa TikTok, meron siyang nag-offer siya ng free legal advice.
Yes.
So,
actually, when we spoke to him before, and he said, out of all the, bakit ng TikTok, he decided daw to reach out to the youth.
Ayun.
Which is a very good idea.
Coming in at top 5. Ito po, former Budget Undersecretary Lloyd Christopher Lau was able to post bail after being arrested. Lau has been temporarily freed after posting a 90,000 peso bail. The tracker teams of the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, or CIDG, caught Lau in Davao City yesterday. He is facing graft charges over the alleged illegal transfer of 41 billion pesos in public funds. It was allegedly used for the procurement of overpriced items from Pharmaly during the pandemic. Former Senator Richard Gordon, who headed the investigation on the matter, was dismayed after Lau was able to post bail.
Nakakalungkot, medyo mababa masyado yung bail, 90,000. Dapat talaga, with all due respect to the ombudsman, ang final nila ay plunder.
Ranking 4th in our countdown is about Pastor Apollo Kibuloy. The Philippine National Police, or PNP, is preparing to file charges against those who coddled the Kingdom of Jesus Christ leader. PNP has a list of individuals who helped Kibuloy to hide from authorities. They said some of these individuals are KOJC members. They will publicize the names once the charges are formally filed before the court. Kibuloy is still detained at the PNP Custodial Center in Camp Crame.
And now, coming in at top 3, some former police chiefs have spoken up to deny links to dismissed Mayor Alice Guo. Here's the report.
The PNP is now looking into the allegation that the former police chief helped Alice Guo escape. It came from PAGCOR Senior Vice President of Security and Monitoring Cluster, Raul Villanueva. The police force admitted that they were shocked, even though it has not been proven true yet.
Sinasabi naman niya, these are just rumors, but these are serious rumors involving a former chief PNP. So, we're talking about 24 names. So, kung mapapatunayan na mayroon siyang kinalaman dun sa sinasabing tumulong sa pagtakas and worse ay nakaka-receive ng monthly payola, then again, wala tayong palalagpasin dito at patatawakin. Sabi nga niya, no sacred cow, regardless kung sino ka pa.
There are 29 police generals who became chief of the PNP, 5 of whom have already died.
Napaka-general lang sinabi, former chief PNP, hindi sinabi na during the time na nag-start ang Pogo. So everybody who's served as chief PNP is a suspect. As soon as we have the names, as soon as General Villanueva will reveal who's this person, I think all this former chief PNP is a suspect.
If proven true, the PNP said they won't hesitate to file appropriate charges.
There is no sacred cow dito sa gagawing investigation, even if it means holding liable ang isang former chief PNP.
Current PNP Chief Romel Marbil has ordered the CIDG to coordinate with PAGCOR. Meanwhile, some former PNP chiefs were quick to release statements to clear their names. Retired General Benjamin Acores said PAGCOR should have explicitly identified the suspect. This way, that person could take actions to defend himself. Former PNP Chief Rodolfo Azurin says Villanueva's statement was irresponsible. He explained that it's unfair for other former police chiefs. Another former head of police, Oscar Albayalde, denies personal links to Go. For former PNP Chief and Senator Ping Lacson, it's no longer surprising if Go has ties with the police. Senator Bato de la Rosa, who also served as head of the police, said he will compel Villanueva to reveal the name.
You cannot pin down anybody through intelligence reports because intelligence reports have no evidentiary value and it will not stand in court. So dapat bago nila nilabas yun, kinonfirm muna para tuloy kasama sa Marites lang yan.
For News 5, Brian Castillo, we are One News.
Ay, nako, 29 PNP Chiefs, 5 na namatay. Tama si Bato dyan, tama yung puro Marites. Masabi ng sarsuela na yung nangyayari sa mga hearing natin. But, madami pa tayong pag-uusapan. Don't go away because we're not done yet. May dalawa pa tayo at may special guest.
Yun,
Sino
abangan
ba
natin
special
yan.
guest? Aside from Pauline, sino pa?
Abangan niyo po yan.
Don't go away, don't go away. Yan, time for our brunch break, pangtanggal umay. Papalabas na sa September 30 sa TV5 ang programang Ang Himala ni Ninyo. Ito ang prequel sa hit TV show na Niña at Niño.
Yan, dito po yan sa TV5, ano? Pero para malaman pa natin what this show is all about, kumustahin natin ang isa sa mga cast members nito. We are joined live here sa studio, ang gaganap bilang Batang Niño, no other than Zion Cruz. Good morning!
Good morning!
Good morning, Zion. Ito, bibida ka in this new teleserye, ano? How do you feel? Paano mo pinaghandaan yung show na to?
Pinaghandaan po. Sa workshop po, nag-acting kami. Tapos, pagkatapos po namin mag-acting, nakakuha po ako sa projects. Tapos, ayun na po.
Wow! Naging mahirap ba? Hindi. Wow.
Not bad for a 9-year-old.
Gusto ko yung confidence
Oo.
ni Zion eh. Ano yung favorite part mo dito sa filming process nyo so far?
Yung feeling ko po,
Oo.
masaya po.
Masaya.
Opo, kasi madali lang naman po ang lahat kasi masaya po ako nag-acting, shoot.
So na-enjoy mo?
Opo.
So ano naman mga favorite moments mo habang nag-shooting ka? Madami bang food? Madami ka bang friends?
Madami po.
Sino close mo sa show nyo ngayon?
Si Joko po, pwede na kaya spoil po.
Sino ba?
Si Joko po, si Butchoy, tas si Kring Kring.
Ba?
Friends ko sa shoot.
Ayan. Pero ito, Zion, gaganapin mo nga yung role. Ikaw si Nino. Tama ba? Sa series na to. Ano ang dapat namin abangan sa pagganap mo ng role na iyan?
Yung mga iyakan ko po.
Wow.
Kasi magaling daw po ako umiyak, nakakaiyak daw po ako panoorin.
Talaga? Sige nga, sample nga. Hindi, joke lang.
Oo, tamo.
Ganyan pa rin yung iyak mo. Bakit nasabi mong madali sa'yo yung pag-iyak, paglabas ng emosyon? Pre-practice mo ba talaga yan?
Opo. Iniisip ko lang po kung yung nanay ko, what if yung nanay ko asa ganong sitwasyon? Kunyari, tatay ko, kapatid ko. Kunyari, nakulong sila pero walang makukulong doon.
So parang motivation.
Opo.
Parang motivate. Pero is acting talaga something you want to do for a long time? You really, ever since, alam mo na?
Opo.
Baka may tips ka, Sir Diego, kay Zion.
Yeah,
Ito si Sir Diego, child star din po yan. Hindi natin naabutan ni Zion eh.
Layo ng age. Uy, pero ano ba ang aabangan natin sa kailan magsi-start to? Why don't you tell our viewers? Mga excited na kasi sila.
Sa September 30 po, malapit na. 11:15 a.m. po. Mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes.
Ayan.
Nagka-commercial ka ba dati? Parang bagay itong
Paano ka ba na-discover, Zion?
May pa-school contest po kami. Alam niyo po yung mga like para manalo.
Yes, oo.
May ganun po kami sa school. Tapos, yung coach ko po, na nakita po yung post na yon. Tapos, in-stalk niya po account ko. Sinat niya po yung nanay ko na akala niya nanay ko, pero tita ko po talaga.
Oo.
Tapos, bumisita po kami sa tita ko.
Oo.
Ayun po, may kinuwento po ng tita ko sa nanay ko, may nag-chat sa kanyang something na hindi niya kilala. Tapos, tinek po ng mama ko, tinignan niya po yung account, in-stalk po pabalik. Nakita niya po, parang talent manager po.
Okay.
Tapos, sabi po sa tita ko, isend mo yung ko para makausap ko. Tapos, kinausap na po. Tapos, ayun na po, na-discover na ako. Nag-workshop perfect.
Kailan yan? Gano'n na katagal yan? Recently lang ba? Or...
March or February.
Oh, so this year lang?
Opo.
Oo.
Wow. Pero ang ganda ng eyes at color ng hair niya, ni Zion.
Very nice.
Parang bagay kay Ninyo, sa
Oo,
character
yung kanyang
niya.
character. Pero ito, so Zion, ito na yung simulan ng career mo, no? And we wish you luck. Pero ano bang dream mo bilang isang artista? Gusto mo bang ituloy-tuloy yung career na yan?
Gusto ko pong ituloy para makita ko si Kuya Piolo Pascual.
Max.
Ah.
Kasi Bossing. Tapos
Si Bossing. Oh.
Oo.
Coco Martin.
Si Coco Martin. Sila talaga yung mga idol mo. Ayan.
Ayan, parang Piolo, ayan, narinig mo. Puntahan mo na si parang Zion. New generation yan. New
Ayan.
generation.
Alright, so at this point, baka gusto mong imbitahin.
Once again, yeah.
Oo, ating mga kapatid to watch ang Himala ni Ninyo.
Panoorin niyo po ang Himala ni Ninyo. Malapit na sa TV5.
Uy,
There we go.
so much energy.
Taas ng energy. Maraming salamat, Zion Cruz, for joining us this morning. Ayun, mahaba pa ata araw mo, no? Ikot-ikot ka pa sa ibang shows. Pero thank you so much for joining us on Brunch this morning, Zion.
All right, we'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. Welcome back. You're still watching a Brunch here on One News. Thank you mga ka-brunchies for joining us on a Thursday, gloomy Thursday morning.
Dumilim na sa labas.
Dumilim na sa labas. But madaming pa tayong pag-uusapan, so let's get right to it. Going straight to our top two, Vice President Sara Duterte clarifies that she and President Marcos are, quote, not friends. Duterte said this in response to questions about whether she and Marcos had met or talked about several issues. According to the VP, they just met before because they were running mates. But Duterte emphasized that she will never again team up with the president. After her resignation as education chief, recall that Duterte said she and Marcos remain friends.
Hindi naman kasi kami talaga nagkausap niyan. Hindi kami magkaibigan. Unang-una, nagkakilala lang kami dahil naging running mate kami. So, bago pa man kami naging running mates, hindi na kami nag-uusap. Nagkausap lang kami during campaign at dahil sa trabaho noon.
She used the word never again. Oo.
So, I guess...
They're no longer friends. Pero which is so funny because they ran under the banner of Uniteam.
Correct.
Diba? So, and now, hindi kami talaga friends eh.
So ano lang pala talaga yun, no? That was allegedly just for the elections.
Yes.
At it was purely as running mates. Pero marami nang nangyari this year, para talagang hindi na maging united itong Uniteam na to.
So, wala kasi silang platform to begin with. They just ran under the guise na magsama ang two different political factions, and that's not sustainable.
Correct. Earlier this year, kahit nung April, sinabi na rin ni First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos na bad shot na daw sa kanya si VP Sara. That's after she attended yung rally ni former President Duterte, na
with tirades, diba, against PBBM.
Against the current
and all of
president.
this began with Speaker Romualdez, diba, and VP Sara when she said ata tambaluslos, and she didn't sit well with the speaker.
Correct.
So madaming nagbatuhan na issues. Anyway, malapit na October, so we will see the referendum of the people to see kung ano ang panig nila, Duterte or Marcos. Interesting.
Interesting talaga yan. All right. But at this point, let's go to our top story for today. Our top story is Vice President Sara Duterte at the House hearing yesterday. The Vice President refused to take an oath before the hearing on her office's budget spending started yesterday. And she also insisted the inquiry is a well-funded political attack against her. Here's the report. The House Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability has started its inquiry on the Office of the Vice President's budget spending yesterday. Before the inquiry started, all resource persons and witnesses were asked to stand and take an oath that they will say nothing but the truth. One of them refused to participate, Vice President Sara Duterte. And why did she refuse to take an oath?
Ang nasa rules ninyo, witnesses lang po ang nag-o-oath. Wala po kayong rules sa resource persons?
Yung term lang po yun pero considered as a resource person din po kayo
Sara's ally, Pampanga Representative Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, quickly defended her.
The Supreme Court has repeatedly emphasized that there is a difference between a mere witness and the accused. They are not the same. The Supreme Court says they are not the same. And somebody who appears to be the accused has a different tier of protection from a witness. And in fact, can refuse to take the witness stand.
The committee still allowed VP Sara to deliver her message before the hearing. She said the inquiry is just a well-funded and coordinated attack against her.
This much is evident from the very words of the privileged speech that prompted this inquiry. A speech that simply meant to say, do not vote for Sara on 2028.
VP Sara also believes the inquiry is a tool for lawmakers to use for a possible impeachment against her.
What you are trying to do is make a case for impeachment. Hindi naman ako kakandidato sa nalalapit na eleksyon. Hindi ako namumulitika. Ang ginagawa ko lamang ay ang pagtupad sa aking oath of office at campaign platforms na trabaho, edukasyon, at mapayapang pamumuhay.
Since she did not take an oath, the Vice President was allowed to immediately leave the inquiry. House Committee Chairman Representative Joel Chua said they will invite Duterte again in the future hearings.
We will continue to invite her, pero siyempre, at the end of the day, nasa kanya naman po yan kung siya po ay sisipot. At patuloy po natin re-respetuhin ang kanyang opisina. At pero ito pong pribilehiyong to, pagaya po ng binanggit ko kanina, ay hindi po magiging president po sa lahat.
Ayan. In-advise na ni former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, a known ally of the Dutertes. At saka tatapyasan naman yung budget by almost $1 billion. So parang sabi ni VP Sara, okay lang.
Actually, yung as of now, parang nasa 700 million yung budget ng OEP.
Basic operating expenses, di ba?
And that's actually close to the operating budget of former VP Leni Robredo.
Yes,
so, and marami naman siyang nagawa noon. And pero ito si VP Sara Duterte said naman, with budget or not, tuloy pa rin yung operations nga ng Office of the Vice President.
Parang sinabi lang ng Congress na parang bawasan na lang niya yung satellite offices and she can just maintain, like the former VP, a central office wherever that may be. Kasi medyo madami daw ang 13 ata ang satellite offices.
Pero pagdating dyan sa usapan ng impeachment, lawmakers still maintain na wala naman daw silang naririnig na ganung mga usap-usapan.
Hindi manggagaling daw sa kanila yun, if ever. It comes from an individual out of the house daw, if ever, but not sa kanila. Ayun. So, thank you, Paulina, for joining us on a Thursday. Ayan. She is not a Castro, remember?
No, I'm not. Alright. Pero nakita ko yung tinag nga ako ni Ralph Pierce, one of your loyal viewers. Honorary Brunchy na raw ako.
Actually, you're the first one to replace Angel. So, thank you for that. On a gloomy Thursday pa. And before we go, I'd like to leave everyone with a quote, especially para kay PBBM at VP Sara. Never go to sleep with an angry heart, for you may wake up with regret. And that wraps up today's episode of Brunch.
Join us again tomorrow or join Sir Diego tomorrow. I'm Pauline Versosa sitting in for Angela and Angela Castro.
Parang tanda ako naman, may serve. And I'm Angelo Castro III. We are One News.
All sides, all the time.